Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the St. Louis Blues Relocation franchise here on Madden 25. As we are nearing the end of the series, we suffered our first losing season. Not losing season in terms of record, but losing season in terms of not making the playoffs and looking pretty bad in simulation in the last episode. We've started now doing a full season per video to try and get through as many seasons as possible and see where the careers of some of our veteran players, some of our lifelong Blues players finish out. Like, where's Dallas Turner going to end up? Will Anderson Jr., guys of that ilk. But also in the last episode, we suffered maybe our most important losses since Trevor Lawrence. The dynasty might never be reborn because we lose Addison Arrington among many others because we simply do not have the contract or the cap room to be able to pay those contracts. So I think we're going into this season with a rookie. I don't really know. We'll take a look at the roster in a second, but this team went from the highest of highs, winning championships and being the best team in football, to now I don't know what's going to happen with this organization. I don't know what's going to happen with this team. Really, we're just along for the ride to see where our veteran players, our fan favorite players, end up when finish out their careers. So let's get into it. It is season 10, I'm pretty sure, a full decade of Blues football. If you go to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club, and let's sim the season and figure out how it's going to go. So after missing the playoffs, going 9-8, which is why I said we didn't have a losing record, but we had a bad season, a losing season in our minds. This is what oh, that's right. We didn't lose Addison Arrington. I forgot about that. I think I franchise tagged him. That's right. I forgot that I did that. Okay. Well, we're probably going to lose him this next season. So maybe I'm just looking into the future. But this is what the defense looks like. I'm pretty sure I franchise tagged Arrington. I can't remember. Or maybe I didn't sim because we haven't simmed to the offseason yet, technically. So maybe I haven't lost him yet. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's move to the re-sign period and see if I was correct initially or what happens. So, nope, that's the wrong thing. We can't go to the re-sign period because I put it on auto. That's right. So let's go to the re-sign players. So, okay. So I do have the option to franchise tag Addison Arrington. And I'm pretty sure it's all coming back to me now. I'm pretty sure I said in that last episode that we'd have to make the decision in this episode about who among these talented players were we going to franchise tag. And I would love to bring them all back. Obviously, I want to bring this entire team back because these are all guys that we drafted and developed and turned into amazing players. But as you can see in the top of the screen, we have negative 50 million, and there's really no way to restructure that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to restructure 75 million on Arrington for a season. I mean, if we're not going to franchise tag Arrington, who do we franchise tag? Do we franchise tag JT Harris? He's probably the second best option, even though you got Morris Huff, who's our left tackle. Maybe we should franchise tag him. I don't know. We got to franchise tag somebody, but we're going to be losing, regardless of who we choose, we're going to be losing so many talented players. If we don't end up choosing Huff, then we'll have to go to Ellington as our new starting left tackle, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Because if we lose Arrington, we have to go to one of these quarterbacks or another rookie in the draft. Oh, man. Do I want to lose Addison Arrington? I mean, in a perfect world, I'd be able to keep him, but it's just not the way that the money is structured, unfortunately. I don't know where to go with this. We're going to lose both of our middle linebackers unless I choose to franchise tag JT Harris. We have Leonard. I guess we can move Leonard to middle linebacker. Maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know. I just hate the fact that we're going to lose so many talented players, but that's just the way the money is. Do I franchise tag Arrington? The problem with franchise tagging Arrington is he's going to keep us mediocre. He's going to keep us around the 9-win, 10-win mark. Do we want to be like that? Do we think we can compete? Is the big question that we have to answer. Do we think that we can compete consistently for another season, or are we just wasting a year with Addison Arrington? I don't know. I don't know. I think I think I'm gonna franchise tag him. I think I'm gonna franchise tag him. I know it's $75 million, but we had to bite the bullet there. Had to franchise tag him. We lost so much talent though on the team. Oh man, the talent just melts away. We now have a new left tackle starting, who's significantly lower of an overall. Thankfully, we kept Arrington around. The rest of the offense looks fine. We did lose our X Factor tight end, Jeffrey Lowell, but we have McCain, who ends up being better in terms of overall wise. Our middle linebackers take a massive hit. We lose a lot of corners. Basically, every single corner we had. Okay, the team took a massive hit on the defense. That is for sure. Can I turn Ronald Leonard into a middle linebacker? That is a question. What happens if I turn him into a middle linebacker? He goes to an 80. Okay, that's not that bad actually. That's not that bad because he was 81 at outside. What about if I turn Jalen Sanders to a middle linebacker? Does he go up or down or anything? He ends up being I don't know where he's at. That might not be a good sign. Uh-oh. He's not even on the depth chart. He must have been a horrible middle linebacker. Hold on. Hold on. Where's he at? Oh, he's a 68 at middle linebacker. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, we'll have to edit him and turn him back because that's one guy that cannot translate to middle linebacker. So we'll turn Sanders back to outside linebacker. He should be able to play right because I know he was originally left outside, but he should be able to play right. Let's turn him into that, and bada bing, bada boom. Okay, he's back up to his normal overall. All right, so unfortunately we can't turn them both into middle linebackers, but we can get Ronald Leonard. Our cornerback room takes a massive hit with the loss of all of those guys. Our safety core takes a big hit as well. I don't know. Was franchise tagging Addison Arrington the right idea? I guess we'll find out when we start simulating the season and seeing what's going on. I mean, our draft pick's probably not going to be too bad because we did miss out on the playoffs, but we had 9 wins. I'm not really even sure. Maybe we should try to draft a quarterback in here and see if there's a backup plan. Are any of these quarterbacks worth taking? I mean, is there anybody with elite speed? That'd be crazy. Who's the fastest? There's a couple elite strength guys. There is an elite speed quarterback in here. It's Jerry Clark. Interesting. He's also got acceleration. He's got great strength. He's round 1 to 2. I need to know a little bit more about this dude. Jerry Clark, 6'1" scrambler with elite speed. He ran 4.4. Okay. Jerry Clark is my focus for the quarterback room. And thankfully he's round 1 to 2, so we don't have to worry too much about it. We need to go for safeties, though. We need to look at safeties. We need to look at linebackers. Is any of these guys going to be good? Let's try Cole Mentor and maybe this guy Cole. Just a couple Coles. Just a couple Coles at the safety position. The Cole brothers. We'll go to the draft. What pick do we have? That is a big question that needs to be answered here. We will be picking at number 18. Okay, one of the higher picks we've had in a while. That's good. 18's not bad. 18's not bad. So Cole Rowland actually is 2 to 3 true talent. He's the only guy that we scouted that was that's projected in the first round. They have us taking a left tackle, David Potts. Left tackle's not necessarily at the top of mind because Ellington moves right in there. I know he's not a high overall, but He's probably higher overall than this guy they'd have us draft. Ooh, okay, so Jerry Clark is round 2 to 3. We might be able to get him in the second round because I think we might take him. That 4.4 speed could be electric. Let's start the draft and see what happens, though. Start the draft and see what happens. So, sim to the user pick. What do we got? Round 1, pick 18. Who's on the table? There's the Rowland dude. A couple of quarterbacks are still on the board. Even a top 5 guy. He must not be that good. There's no way he'd still be here. There's a D tackle at the top of the board. Evan King, 6'5 power rusher. Looks pretty good physically. Decent attributes. Nothing jumping off the page. But D tackle's not necessarily the biggest need. There is a free safety. Here's Cole Mentor. This is the guy that we scouted. Cole Mentor. We might just take him because we're in desperate need of a free safety. So Cole Mentor is our first round pick. He's number 44 in true value. He has a dev trait, which is better than the guy that we have currently. So unfortunately, he's not that great, but he is decent. Jerry Clark got picked the pick before us by the Bengals. You got to be kidding me. Oh, he looked pretty good too. He really got grabbed the pick before us by Cincinnati, really. All right, whatever. Bob Davis is a field general. Doesn't look that good. Then you've got this guy, Jason Fasano. Maybe he's brothers with Anthony Fasano. He's got elite throw power. I don't really like either of them. But I do like Fasano better than the other dude. So I'm going to take Fasano. He's number 149 in true value. He does have a dev trait, which is better than the quarterbacks we had backing up Arrington already. I wonder how good that Clark dude is. We need to look him up in the post draft, see how good he actually is. All right, strong safety. What kind of freaks do we have at the strong safety position left on the board? There's nobody with even great speed. It's a little concerning though. What about strength? We got an elite strength guy here, but he's a day 3. Jaleel Holiday. How good are you? A finesse moves is interesting. His hit power is only a C. I don't really know what direction I want to go in. No, neither of the strong safeties look that amazing, unfortunately. I don't really know. All right, there's no more elite speed corners, but there are a couple elite acceleration guys. Jermaine Ginn. Anybody named Ginn is okay in my books. He ran 4.3. I don't think I can pass that up. He might not be the greatest player overall wise, but 93 speed at corner is awesome. I'll take that. I will take that. We need to either draft a safety or a linebacker with this pick. J.D. Broughton is still available. He might be a better value pick this round instead of round 3. I might take him now. They're both still here. Which one did I like better? I think I liked Broughton better because he had the B hit power. Let's take Broughton. It's better. Oh, he's disgustingly bad. But it's better than taking him in the 3rd round. If we would take him in the 3rd round, it would have been a horrible miss. Taking him in the 4th round's not great still, but it's an easier pill to swallow since he's not that good. All right, I'm curious about our own guys, but I'm more curious about that quarterback for the Bengals. So Cole Mentor ends up being a 73. Fasano's a 67. Good news is he doesn't have to start right away. Ginn ends up being a 70. Broughton's a 63. Okay, so we missed heavily on Broughton. Give me the Bengals. Jerry Clark's only a 71, but he has 90 speed, 89 excel. He looks like a pretty decent quarterback, and he's got a dev trait. I got to know what it is. Because if I know what it is, I might want to trade for him. Oh, we don't have the money to trade for him anyway, so it's not like I could. What's his dev trait? It's only star. Okay. Okay, if it would have been X Factor or Superstar or something like that, I would have been really upset that the Bengals took him 1 pick ahead of us, but it's only star. That's probably not going to end up being that bad for us. Probably not going to end up being that bad for us. And our quarterback that we drafted also has a dev trade. It's probably also star. So, not like we missed anything too crazy. Okay, so we go into the next season. We've got Ellington moving over to right tackle. Doesn't really matter which tackle position he plays. The offense still looks pretty good. Looks like it normally does. And then on defense, we probably are going to take a little bit of a hit on the defense. Not ideal. We're going to have a 63 overall strong safety starting. All right, we're going to go into the season, see how we simulate. I have no idea. It's probably not going to be that good of a sim. We won 9 games last year, but we had a better team last year, especially on defense. Probably not going to go too well for us. And Trevor Lawrence seems to be thriving in Vegas, winning even more championships than when he was with us. So I guess both teams technically won the trade because we got a championship with Arrington, and the Raiders I think have gotten at least 2 with Trevor. So obviously they won the trade more, but it was a win-win trade. We start with a win against the Colts. That's huge. Early season divisional matchups. Always nice to get wins there. And we beat the Texans as well. Okay, a little 2-game win streak. Jaden Daniels, I just saw us playing for the Ravens, by the way, if you didn't peek that. I don't know how he got there. I don't know where Lamar Jackson is. If Lamar might have retired, I guess. I don't know. But Jaden Daniels is now playing for Baltimore Ravens. We are on a 3-game win streak to start the season. 3-0 to begin the year. Beat the Texans again. 4-0 against the 4-0 Patriots. And we get the win as well. Oh my God. We're on a little bit of a dominant path here to begin the season. Maybe it was the right idea to franchise tag Arrington. Maybe we are competitive. Who knows? Although we could just start a dramatic slide and lose the rest of the games. And it starts right now. We lose against the Colts, so we're no longer undefeated. We are no longer undefeated. Bryce Young still in Carolina, by the way. We're going to get back on track. We do get back on track with a win against the Chargers. Now we take on Tennessee. We beat Tennessee as well. We have a breakout for Medlock at the running back position. All right. Talk about big dubs. What do you got for me? He's going up from star to superstar, I'm pretty sure. Jeff Medlock. All right, let's do it. I don't even see what goal I picked for him. I just kind of pressed through the button. 125 yards on the ground. He's not going to get that. He's almost 100% certain not going to get that. But it's a nice goal to have. We do win the game, 24-17. Obviously, that doesn't guarantee anything, but nice to win the game. And yeah, he had bigger plans coming into the game. No worries, Medlock. You're kind of guaranteed to not get that. Oh, he's going to get a second chance? I think it said he's going to have 175. If he's not going to get 125, how's he going to get 175? We lose another game, this time to the Titans, which is never good to lose against division teams. But I don't think the Titans are having that good of a year. If we take a peek at the standings, we currently stand as the number 2 seed. The Browns are 9-1. Okay. Oh, Lamar's in Arizona now. So he hasn't retired. He's just in Arizona. But we're 8-2. The Colts are 7-3. All right. This division is going to tighten up real quick here. No pun intended. We lose to the Bills. And now we've got a double or nothing, I'm assuming, for Medlock. Oh, this is a really strange season. Please put some W's on the board. Because we're already 8-3. We might as well keep winning. Okay, there's a big one against the Dolphins. But a 9-3 Cincinnati team is not what you want to see this late in the year. But we do get the win. Okay, this team might be for real. This team might be for real. We lose to the Jets. That's a tough one to lose. How are we winning more games this year when we have a objectively worse team? Like, we lost so much on defense, so many starters, and yet we're winning more games this year? The Madden Sim engine does not make much sense, does it? Entering the final couple weeks of the year, we lose to the Niners. We are 11-5 right now. We're dropped to the 6th seed because the Colts are also 11-5. The Browns are 15-1. Who is on this Cleveland Browns team? I gotta know. Who rebuilt the Browns? Mike Hall Jr. is a 99 overall, true 99. They've got Joel Harris, who I remember in a previous draft. I remember that name. Dion Craig, Adonis Jones, Greg Peak. All these guys are studs. They've just drafted really, really well. And Mike Hall Jr. has developed into a 99 for some reason. I don't know. I didn't even know that was possible. But they've just drafted really, really well. None of these guys are real. They've just drafted really, really well, and they've gotten themselves to a 15-win season. They might even get a 16-win season if they win this final game. We've locked ourselves into the playoffs. Are we going to be the 2 seed? Oh, thank God. We jump the Colts because they lost their final game. We won our final game. The Browns went 16-1. Oh, my God. Arrington finished 3rd in the passing numbers. That's pretty sick. But we got a wild playoff run here. We got ourselves a wild playoff run. So I guess it was the right idea to re-sign or to franchise tag Arrington because he got us to the playoffs again. And he had a crazy season. 4,700 yards, 47 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. The offense didn't change much. We only lost our left tackle, really, and our backup tight end. But the main pieces of the team stayed the same, and they performed pretty well. Medlock had 800 yards. 4 1,000-yard receivers. Larry Sharp had 1,100. McCain had 1,100. Thomas had 1,000. And 21 touchdowns, by the way. And 1,000 for LaMichael Dotson. Okay, so the passing numbers went crazy this year. And I didn't change the playbook or anything. This is just the normal playbook we had. This is the same playbook we had last episode when we won 9 games and missed the playoffs. I don't know what's going on. But Kerry Spector had 102 tackles. So maybe he's going to get a dev trade upgrade because he was the replacement for JT Harris. Let's see. Connor Archer led the team in tackles for loss with 18. Turner had 16, 10 for Anderson Jr., 13.5 sacks for Dallas Turner, 10.5 for Archer, 8.5 for Anderson Jr. Only 1 pick the entire year, and it was Casey Stevens. Okay, that's rare that you get to see only 1 interception in simulation. Are we going to win this game in the wild card against the Chiefs? I have no idea at this point. This team is hard to read, but we're going to jump in and we're going to see what happens. Taking on the Chiefs, thankfully, it's at home and not going on the road to Arrowhead, because even without Patrick Mahomes, Arrowhead's still a daunting place to play. But we're kind of on a roll here. 10-0. Now it's 10-7. Take a field goal, it's 13-7. But with 1 touchdown, they can take the lead right away. No, they get a field goal out of it. Okay. We get a touchdown, 20-10, 20-17. 27-17, 27-24. The Chiefs are just throwing it right back to us. 27-24, we're still in the lead. And 34-24, we're going to hold on for the victory. Okay, that's a big first win. We win the wild card round. We got to go the gauntlet. Start from the wild card, go all the way to the Super Bowl, hopefully. I don't know if it's going to be physically possible, but we're going to try. As long as we don't come up against that Browns squad, I hope they get upset. Because if we take on the Browns, we might not come out victorious. Please. We shouldn't have to play them now because we're not the lowest seed. So, we're taking on the Raiders. The only way we play the Browns is if they go to the AFC Championship. We take on the Raiders. It's another home game. And this is some history because Trevor Lawrence is still here. So we have some history with this Raiders squad. Let's go take them down because they were in the Super Bowl They won the Super Bowl last year, I think, right? Or at least they were in it. I don't know if they won it. I don't remember. Let's take them down. This one might be a little personal. Trevor Lawrence comes back to the place that he built and trying to take us down to go to the AFC Championship. It's 3-3. Now it's 10-3. 10-6. Get another touchdown, please. Okay. Oh, there we go. 13-10. Raiders trying to fight back. They get a touchdown. I don't like that very much. We get a field goal. We tie at 16-16. Late fourth quarter, they score. No, a minute to go. It's 23-16. We might be cooked. Our goose might officially be cooked. We'll try it. I don't know if it's going to be physically possible. We have 2 timeouts. I'm going to have to use one here. I thought Larry Sharp was going to get more run than he did. And we're going to have to just chuck. We're just going to have to chuck and pray. I think I might have him here. I still got it off. Get it over the top. It's over the top. Oh my God. Addison Arrington actually got it over the top. He even got hit on the throw. And he got it over the top. It's not a touchdown, but it gets us in position to score that touchdown. I can't believe he actually got that over the top. On the side, it's caught by the Michael Dotson, because who else? Who else is going to catch that touchdown? We tie it up at 23. We go into overtime. Raiders have the ball. They score in overtime. We're going to have another miracle drive here if we want to have any hope of moving on to the AFC Championship. This Raiders team is good. We knew that. I tried to get it away. It's almost intercepted. This Raiders team is giving me just enough time to figure out who I want to throw to, but then they bring the pressure right as I choose to throw it to them. Oh, I think I got him. I think he might be cooked. Chat, he might be cooked. No! The DB gets his hand on it just barely. And it becomes a 3rd and 10. I know I'm trying to take these deep shots when I don't need to. I can move the ball. Oh, I can't move the ball. That's a big sack. I thought I had somebody open. And it closed very quickly as I was about to pass. All right, this is for our chance to go on. It's caught by Brian Thomas Jr. Oh, my God. When we needed him the most, he didn't vanish. He showed up. Brian Thomas Jr. mega catch. McCain with a hard catch as well. Strong hands for Brian McCain. And the clock is draining here in the overtime period. We're going to have to make a decision. Going to fire that in. It's McCain. We're going to run out of bounds. Save that time. 36 seconds. We have our 2 timeouts, but I don't really want to use them right now. Oh, why do the Raiders offense have to be so good that we have to keep doing this? I'm actually going to step up in the pocket and run. Throw me a block. Oh, kind of. Kind of worked a little bit. Why do they want me to go these deep throws? I mean, we're really got no room. Can't really go deep anymore. We have timeouts. We can run the ball if we have to. We have 2 timeouts. Handoff, Medlock. It's a holding call. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious right now. Oh, you can't get called for a holding. It's Will Carey, the backup tight end. Maybe even the 3rd string tight end. Oh, my God. You cannot get called for a hold there. That's the last thing that you can do is get called for a hold. I'm going to scramble with Arrington again. He's got room. Addison Arrington gets us right back where we need to be. Who needs a hold? Addison Arrington does the job. 1 timeout. A chance to possibly get it. Oh, I had to throw it. I had to. There was a pocket there for me to run into, but it was not open when I chose to run. Had to get that away. I'm going to quickly back to the end zone. Larry Sharp! Touchdown, Blues! Larry Sharp with the catch. We survive. We go to double overtime. What happened? No! The Raiders win on a field goal. It was next man to score wins, and Trevor Lawrence, we traded him away because he was getting too expensive. He comes back to the place that he built and beats us in double overtime on a game-winning field goal. Oh, it's heartbreak. Heartbreak for St. Louis. After everything we did, the dramatic drives that we had. Oh, I can't believe it. It ends that way. That's tough. That is tough. For it to end that way is pretty hard to handle. That's a tough pill to swallow right there. But if it was going to be to anybody, At least it's to Trevor Lawrence, the former St. Louis Blue, the man that built this dynasty, the first dynasty that we had, really the only dynasty, because you can't really call what we had with Arrington a dynasty because we only won one championship. But we'll see if Trevor Lawrence can beat the Browns. The Browns might be too unbeatable. And they are. The Cleveland Browns beat the Vegas Raiders, and they will go to the Super Bowl to play the Minnesota Vikings. This Browns team is on a legendary heater. Will they finish it off with a championship? They will. The Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Lantis, has won the title. Joel Harris is Super Bowl MVP. You've got Anthony Richardson winning MVP of the league. Amon-Ra St. Brown, former Blue, wins Offensive Player of the Year. Greg Rousseau wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tyreek Dillard, wide receiver for the Seahawks, and George Claiborne, strong safety for the Chiefs, are the Rookies of the Year. Man. The Cleveland Browns, after all these years, finally get a championship. And it ends almost perfect. Almost perfect. They went, 19-1 throughout the entirety of the playoff run? Oh, man. It's tough. I don't think we would have beat the Browns anyway, but I would have liked to get back to the Super Bowl. Do we get any big-time Blues retirements? That's the big question. Because that's what we're really here for. No Blues players are retiring, so we'll go another season. I thought we might be ending it pretty soon, but we will go at least one more season until some of these big-time guys retire. Arrington does finally go up to superstar. Fasano has superstar as well. Well, that's going to change some things. Do we re-sign or do we franchise tag Addison Arrington again, or do we just go with the rookie, or not rookie, but the guy that's on a rookie contract? I don't know. That's going to be a big question for next episode. But we will go. We want to see how the career ends for LaMichael Dotson. We definitely want to see how the career ends for Dallas Turner and for Will Anderson Jr. Those are probably the last three that we really, really care about. Obviously, Archer and Hodges we care about a little bit, and Larry Sharp we care about, and these offensive linemen we care about. But we really only care about LaMichael Dotson because he was one of our first ever draft picks. I think maybe our first ever draft pick. And then we care about Arrington, or we care about Anderson Jr. and Dallas Turner. So it sucks that we are in this situation, or we're probably going to have to lose some people. But in the next episode, we will make the decision. Are we going to franchise tag Addison Arrington? What's going to happen? I don't know. You're going to have to stick around for the next episode. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.